Should the Lakers be favorites over the Nets to win the championship next year?
No, they shouldn't. They have a legitimate answer now. They have 3 different kinds of cats, but they shouldn't be favored to beat the Nets. Let's not forget that the Nets were humiliating the eventual champions. The Bucks were getting crushed. Harden wasn't playing. James Harden, game for game, was the best player in the NBA in the regular season this year, playing the best basketball of a career that's included MVPs, right? And he was better than ever. Didn't play, and the Lakers were wiping the floor. Sorry, the Nets were wiping the floor with the Bucks. What if they had all 3 guys? See, the thing about the Lakers' big 3 that they just put together the surrounding cast, right? The thing about the Lakers' big 3 is, at best, they're average shooters for their position. LeBron's about an average shooter for his position. Maybe AD is also. Westbrook is not, right? The Nets, big 3. I want you to listen to this closely, Sam. See if you can contradict what I'm saying here. See if you detect any lies, okay?
I'm already detecting lies, Mac.
Well,
go ahead.
You'll have a chance to tell me all about it. The Nets' big 3, each guy at his position, is the best overall scorer at his size in NBA history. All 3 guys can score in more ways at a higher level than anyone who ever lived at their size. All 3 guys. It's too much shooting against a team that doesn't have enough. Lakers did great in the offseason, not enough to take over the number 1 slot preseason from the Nets.
2 of the top 10 scorers in NBA history now, though.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony once upon a time. And by the way, Carmelo is useful. But, Sam, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the 3 best scorers at their size who ever lived, and they all still got it. Lakers need a little more.
Yeah, Max, I hear what you're saying, but I'm detecting lies because, yes, they may have the 3 best scorers at their size. And, yes, Harden, as you mentioned, game for game may have had the best season of his career. But remember, James Harden wasn't healthy the whole season. Remember, James Harden in the playoffs, oftentimes his production decreases. Let's not forget that when you bring superstars together, it doesn't always work. I'm reminded of my chemistry class, right? In chemistry, we all took chemistry. You put a bunch of elements together and they make something new. And sometimes these elements will make an amazing new kind of creation. And other times it'll blow up in your face. And I think what we're seeing with Brooklyn is that we're not seeing all these pieces come together to make something greater. You see James Harden, who's super talented. You see KD, super talented. You see Kyrie, super talented. But when they play together, they don't always mesh. But when I go to the Lakers and I go to LeBron James, right? LeBron James in the last 11 years has been to every single final when he's been healthy. Obviously, 2019 wasn't healthy. They didn't go. Obviously, last year, LeBron wasn't healthy. They didn't go. So it's more than just about the talent you have when it comes to scoring. It's also about what kind of leader are you. If I'm picking a team, Max, you can look at me as however you want to look at me. If I'm picking a team, I'm picking a LeBron James-led team every single day of the week.
Get to the finals. Sam, we're assuming they're both in the finals. He doesn't always win the finals, LeBron. He's not Michael Jordan.
I'm believing that they're winning the finals. I'm picking LeBron and Russ. And we all said, okay, well, they got Russ. They need spacing. They need a shooter. All of a sudden, they get Carmelo. They get spacing. They get a shooter. I'm taking a LeBron James-led team to win the finals more than I am against KD or Kyrie or James Harden. Yes, James Harden has great stats during the regular season. We talk about that. But James Harden's stats always drop off during the postseason.
I agree with that.
Let that be known. Let that be known. And so let's not talk as if put these big 3 together and all of a sudden you're going to see greatness. We're not always going to see greatness. Look what happened last year.
Harden doesn't need to score 50 points a game for them to win on this team. We saw it in the regular season. He could score 23 points and have 15 assists and get everyone involved. Sam, what year are you making this argument in? You're talking about Carmelo Anthony and stuff from 10 years ago, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about you're a day late and a dollar short with this one. The time to make that argument about the Nets was last year before you saw them on the court together, albeit it was brief when they played together. But what they showed is any 2 of those guys is better than everybody else. Any 2 of those guys. Again, I want to just say this again. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, neither one was as good as James Harden in the regular season last year. Think about that. Now, I agree that he falls off in the playoffs, but when you're falling off from the top of Mount Everest, you're still above most guys' heads, right? Now, without Harden, who was the glue, who was the facilitator, who's the guy who really made it work as a team, They wiped the floor with the eventual champion Milwaukee Bucks. It was embarrassing. And no one in the world believes the Bucks beat that team if they don't get hurt, right? They almost beat them and they did get hurt. Just with KD. Just with KD, Sam. If this foot wasn't on the line, you win.
Max, check me out. You're talking about Brooklyn, and if Brooklyn stays healthy, they win. Everyone was talking about LeBron and the Lakers. If they stay healthy, they would have won. They would have been in the finals. We all know that. So a healthy LeBron, a healthy AD. Mind you, LeBron missed 26 games last year. LeBron was limping into the playoffs. AD got hurt. Remember, let's not forget the team that went to the NBA Finals, the Phoenix Suns. LeBron and his Lakers, they were up 2-1 against the Suns. They were up 2-1. They were also up at halftime, and then AD gets hurt. And then all of a sudden the series changes. And so, yes, a healthy Brooklyn team is talented, but a healthy Lakers team, let's not forget, you said a dollar short and a day late. Last year we were all talking about the Lakers going to and winning an NBA championship.
No, not winning. Stop right there. No. Let me tell you something. I was with you with the Nets to begin with, Sam. I was like, hold up. Let's see if this works with Kyrie and Harden in the backcourt, right? This is not like Devin Booker and Chris Paul. This is gonna look good. Let's see. I have to say, when AD was out, the two of them were the best team in the league by themselves. Now you're forgetting something else. Like, they already showed they could do it, and they were going to beat the Lakers. No one was going to take them, including the Lakers, 7 games if the Nets were healthy. You're forgetting something else. They added Blake Griffin, who we all thought was done. He hadn't dunked in a year and a half. And then he posterized Giannis. Now, Sam, what does that mean, that he posterized Giannis? Blake Griffin's game was never, he's going to kill you from the outside, dazzle you with footwork. If that dude is posterizing Giannis, that means he physically got it. Blake Griffin is the number 4 on that team.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.